What's up, everybody? It's Leslie Ann. I'm joined here today with Thomas, and we're on the set of Real Love,
Real talk,
Real Estate. We're just a married couple, right? Been married for about 16 years, coming
Almost
up on
16 years.
16. Yes,
That's right.
yes. And we just want to share a few things, right? People ask us some questions, and so we decided, hey, why don't we take to social and answer some of these questions?
Go ahead and get them answered.
All right. So what we talking about today, sir?
Well, I'd say, we're basically answering these questions from our perspective. What we say may or may not work for you. Please do not take this as professional advice because we're not gurus, so don't sue us. But one thing to start out with is how this came about. Of course, people have been asking us questions, but one of our good friends asked, hey, y'all been married for a while. What's the secret sauce? And so, we wanted to just kind of share that. We used to do this a little bit like in a closed setting where we get together with other couples and, had them over our house a couple times. But now, like Leslie said, we kind of just want to take the social media and answer some of the questions and just give you a perspective from where we sit.
Yep. All right, so go ahead.
Okay,
one of the questions
we're just going to jump right into it. One of the questions
absolutely.
was, what is our secret sauce? They looked at our marriage and said, you've been, like I said, married for a while. What is the secret sauce?
What is it, sir?
Well, we've been in the kitchen.
Okay.
Since before we were married.
Okay.
And the secret sauce here is communication. Since before we were married, we had an excellent communication style.
I agree.
Communication cadence, right? And so, basically, it is kind of one of those things where, I know what Leslie's thinking, Leslie knows what I'm thinking, but it just goes deeper than that. We had check-ins, we had, y'all gonna get mad at me about this, but we had each other's screen names and passwords and all kinds of stuff.
Yes.
Right?
Nothing to get mad about.
Nothing to get mad about. And because we had nothing to hide, we were serious about our relationship. We knew that we wanted to pursue something real. We knew that we were looking towards marriage, right? Yeah. That was the end game. I told her straight up, hey, if we're not looking towards marriage, there's no point. We could be cool, but, Yeah. So from day one of us actually, like, when we started talking, communication was numero uno.
Agreed. I mean, I would think as well that the secret sauce is communication. I mean, some people would even say we over communicate, right? We do talk a lot, and there are things that I share that might be TMI. But I think our over communication has truly worked for us, right? Down to like, where you going? When am I expecting you back? Right? Like all of those types of things. Just getting the ins and outs of the lay of the land, and really having those thoughtful conversations even more so. Right down to like, if my parents had to move in later on, like, would that be something that we could do? Right? We talked about that while dating, y'all, because that's important to me. Right? I need to know if you're gonna be like, nah, not doing that. Right?
We talked about well, how many kids do you want? We talked about when we get to that number, what are we going to do? Are we going to do birth control? Are we going to do, we talked about things like that because we literally were preparing for marriage. And one thing I want to go back, you said, we check-ins, what'd you say? Oh, knowing where we were, hey, where you going, what time you going to be back.
Yeah.
It's not that we're like clocking each other because we don't trust each other, but it's literally a thing where if she needs me, if I need to be where she is, I need to know where she is, right? And vice versa. I mean, we had just a couple years ago a situation where I had a medical issue, and simply because we keep in that communication, that constant contact, I hadn't contacted you in a while. And so, her brain said, warning, warning, red alert. He hadn't contacted me in a long time. Let's see what's going on. And, so it works out well. In my opinion, when you don't have anything to hide, you don't have anything to hide. So, being open and being communicative, I think that's really what the reason why we're still here, almost 16 years married and happily.
Yes. That's our secret sauce.
Yeah, most of the time happy.
We also got to say, really, I just heard what you said, but it's okay. I'm gonna skip on that because I do want to say that we do have to give big ups to God too, right? Because the reality is we wouldn't even be here in this setting if it wasn't for God. So we're Christians, all good. Whatever you practice. But
God is number one.
Yes, He literally brought us together. We'll share that story later.
That's a different conversation for a different day.
For sure.
But God is absolutely number one, and not just from a sense of, we're here because of God. It is true, we believe that. But, just the way things worked out, I know for sure that Leslie is the one that God had for me, and vice versa. I guess. Maybe it was just my good looks.
Yeah. So my. So yes, that is our secret sauce, y'all. So more to come.
More to come. Hey, listen, we're gonna be talking, like we said, real love, real talk. So, and we're gonna throw a little bit of real estate in there too. But just the things that keep us ticking. And again, we just wanted to share our thoughts, share our minds on, what works for us, and hopefully it'll work for you too, if that's what you're looking for.
All right, bye y'all. Peace and love.
See you next time on Real Love,
Real talk.
Real Estate.